guys, this is the weekly reading for the element of water for January 7th through 13th. So as you can see my face. So I'm doing face-to-face readings from now on as much as I can. So except for the dailies, because of the way it's set up, I don't think that it's smart. I want you to see the cards. So we're going to start with the Cancer, the sign of Cancer. I was going to say the element of Cancer. It's definitely not an element. So Spirit, Guardian Angel, what do you have for Cancer for January 7th through 13th? What would you like them to know, be aware of, or pay attention to at this time? On the bottom of the deck, you have the Hangman. The Hangman, I'm hearing you don't want to make a sacrifice. There's some knowledge that you're holding to yourself. This may be a pregnancy because of the Sun card, or a child. This is also something that you know that you're not telling. Yeah, you're definitely holding on to something. And that's because I feel like you're moving forward in your life and you don't want this to complicate things. Okay? So your way of dealing with that is to almost keep it to yourself. I'm going to move my microphone because I feel like I'm touching it a lot. Okay. So you're just trying to hold on to what you have. You don't want anything to change because things look like they're going well. Okay. There could be a person that you're dealing with from your past that is very, I don't want to say strict. I want to say traditional. Okay. They're very traditional and you've just reunited with them, but something else is coming back from your past. Okay. And this will change things. This will change the relationship. This will change the way things are within your life. So it will definitely affect other areas in your life as well. This may have to do with a job, a new job, or something new happening in your job. A move, I heard a move, okay? So this change may cause a separation, or whatever this situation that's coming up in your life could cause a separation within your relationship. But like I said, I feel like you're holding on to this information because you want to hold on to this relationship or this situation and you don't really want it to change or end, okay? But you will get this message out, or explain this message to the other person. And I feel like they're going to take a passive approach. I don't feel like they're really going to have any reaction. Okay. I think they're going to feel like, okay, this is going to be a separation like that. But I don't think they're really going to feel that way. Okay. I just think that they're acting as though they feel that way. But for you, this is transforming something into something good for your life. Even though you'll have to separate from someone or separate from something that you just started, it just feels like it may be the best way to go right now. For some of you, you may be getting a message that somebody wants to end something with you so they can deal with old energies, maybe an old relationship or an old marriage that they have to deal with. But they understand that by doing this, it will transform everything for the better for them, so they can live a happier life. Transformations are not really bad. It's just a major transformation in your life, something major that's happening. And there's a lot of communication here. That's a lot of active communication back and forth between you and someone else. Okay. But I feel like the other person isn't answering or doesn't really have a reply. Not that they're not thinking about it. They're just choosing not to. Okay. Innocence comes up because it's not anyone's fault. It's not anyone. You can't blame anyone. No one. You shouldn't blame each other. It's just the way it is. Okay. Innocence also talks about being guiltless in the truth. It says no one can alter God's handiwork for perfection. And that's exactly what's happening. Okay. So something's coming to an end in your life so you can have a better situation, even though it may harm another part of your life. It's just one of those things. That's how I feel about that. Okay. So let's see. Next we have Scorpio. I had to think for a second. I couldn't think. Okay. So Spirit, what do you have for Scorpio for January 7th through 13th? What would you like them to know, be aware of, or pay attention to at this time? If you're dealing with a Cancer, for sure, because you got the same 3 bottom cards as Cancer. On the bottom of the deck, you have the 9 of Pentacles. All right. So with the 9 of Pentacles here, I'm feeling like you're really trying to get yourself together, Scorpio. You're trying to work with someone. Maybe with work, maybe with a relationship, but you're really trying to work it out because you work really well together. This is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, possibly. Okay. You feel like they're good for you. You're good for them. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. And this is extending on what I just said. Okay. So you're just trying to figure out what's right in this situation, how to deal with this situation, how to help it grow. You want to invest time in it. It's worth investing your time. I just feel positive things. That's all I feel. Like that's the overall energy because that's what you feel. You're trying to be strong in that. You're trying to do what's right. You're trying to clear some thought. You're trying to clear some time in your schedule. You just really want to work this out. It seems like a lot of work. You may have a lot of things going on, a lot of work to do, a hectic schedule. This also may be you dealing with your own things with old relationships, but you're really trying to make the effort to start something new. You see something worth starting something new here. Okay. It's worth the time. It's worth the effort. It's worth the beginning. But you have to make a choice to separate from old energy, from an old person. This could be another water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This could also be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But it feels more emotional and thoughts of holding on to this person. You have to let them go. It's healthy for you to let them go. And that's what you're working on. Okay. You're really trying. It's like physically you're moving on. Mentally, you're not moved on yet. But you're trying. I really feel like you're really trying because you're with someone that's giving you time and effort and investing in you. Okay. But your mind is elsewhere. So I feel like you're going to decide to put a rest to everything. I feel like you're going to take some time to yourself to get your thoughts together, to figure out what you want. You may separate from this other person as well. But it's not to create harm in the relationship, it's to make it better. But the other person has to see that, which I'm not sure that they will, because of the Justice and the Seven of Pentacles. You're starting to build. You're starting to be stronger. And that leads me to think that there could be an issue with strength within the relationship because it's so new. And there needs to be balance. I'm focused on this Justice card, and I'm looking at the sword of truth. So the other person needs to see the truth in the matter. They need to see that you need to create this sort of balance so you can give more, so you can give equally, okay? Whew, Scorpio, your readings, they're always deep. Law of attraction. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to cut out all of that negative old stuff so you can invest all this time into a positive, strong relationship with someone who cares, and you know that they care, okay? You just need to get your mind together, get your stuff together. That's what you're trying to do, okay? So last but not least, we have Pisces. Spirit, what do you have for Pisces for January 7th through 13th? What would you like them to know, be aware of, or pay attention to at this time? Okay, Pisces. Okay, I immediately feel, I have to say this, that your emotions are compacted. And what I mean by that is you're trying hard not to express your emotions. You're trying hard to be very practical. You're trying hard to be very logical about the way that you do things, okay? You're trying to not let your emotions get involved within any situation. The Hierophant, exactly. This may have to do with work. This may have to do with traditions. But I feel like this is you being hard. Putting yourself in a box. Saying, these are the rules. This is what I'm going to do. And this is what works for me. And the reason why you're doing that, I can see here, is you're trying to put a rest or stop illusions from emotions. Thank you, Spirit. That's exactly what you're trying to do, okay? I feel like you feel like when it comes to happiness and love and just love, really, when it comes to love, you've put yourself into these illusional states, okay? And you're not giving yourself a proper chance. So you're taking a rest on love. It's like, I don't need love. I'm going to focus on career. I got something new happening in my life. I don't have time for this. And that's what you're doing, focusing more on work or focusing more on blocking yourself from having these things. The Devil card comes up because there's something that you are used to, not used to, but it's like the thing that gets you every time, and it's love. Love, emotions, things like that, okay? They feel like bondage to you. They keep you tied up. They keep you confused. So you're trying to get rid of that by focusing on yourself, your own stability, your own growth, what it is that you want for yourself, okay? You want people to see you succeed in happiness and building foundations for yourself, celebrating how much growth you have or how much passion you have for your job. You're putting all of that energy that you will put into love, into that, into growing yourself, okay? So you're definitely separating yourself from love, breaking up. I heard breaking up with love. Okay. So you're separating yourself from thoughts of love, thoughts of meeting people. That's just not in your space. I feel like if someone comes into your life, though, you are going to accept it because that's who you are. Let's be honest. Okay. If they seem right enough, you're going to go along with it. But for right now, in your mind, you're just like, I'm through with love. I don't need it. It's not important. Okay. You're building your own foundations for yourself. What you want for yourself. You want public recognition for the things that you have built or the things that you are building. There you go. King of Pentacles, being in control, being dedicated, okay? Being traditional, being strict on yourself. Standing or sitting on your throne of what you've built, of your foundations. But you had to do that by separating yourself from love and emotion. It's like you're cutting yourself off from that. Okay? Let your past go. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to let your past go. You're trying to let go looking up this person's profile, trying to get their attention, wanting to see how they are, doing those random checkup calls. Okay, this is what you're doing. You're letting that go. You're letting this devil energy go because you need to focus on yourself and building your own stability and your own happiness. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for listening, water signs. I will see you next week. I love you very much. Love and light.